Okay, our participants tonight in this debate, Sanjay Kaul is joining us in New Delhi. We're also joined by Meenakshi Lekhi, senior lawyer and senior BJP leader. Aslam Ghoni, leader of the National Conference and political advisor to Dr. Farooq Abdullah. Shabnam Lone, senior lawyer, joining us from senior lawyer in the Supreme Court from Delhi tonight. My first question is to Sheikh Abdul Rashid, who is the independent MLA of the J&K Assembly, which moved that resolution. Sheikh Abdul Rashid, what do you expect the NC to do? What do you expect the National Conference to do when this controversial resolution comes to the vote?
I think they are, as usual, unpredictable. I was expecting that they should have supported the resolution on the very first day when I moved the resolution. And let me make one more point clear. Your good self said that it was the whole issue started with the tweet of Omar Abdullah. Let me set the record right. It was not with the tweet of Omar Abdullah, but I moved the resolution on 29th of August, and Omar Abdullah made his tweet on 30th or 31st of August. So it is I who moved the resolution. And if Umar made the tweet, I was expecting that National Conference will come out openly to support the resolution, because it was purely a humanitarian issue, and it is unfortunate that till date they have not supported, and I don't know where from they are waiting for what direction.
Okay, Aslam Ghoni, does Omar Abdullah restrict himself to only tweeting? And when it comes to taking a position on this, you know, is he realizing as an afterthought that was an immature and uncalled for tweet?
I would not call it immature and uncalled for tweet. The tweet, in your previous discussion, I very clearly said that the tweet was just expression of a opinion by Mr. Omar Abdullah.
What opinion?
And at a stage when opinion that he said that, you know, what Chennai Assembly did, what the Tamil Nadu Assembly did, if it would have happened in Kashmir, it would not have been taken in the same
Sir, he's a chief minister.
Way as
he's a chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Does he not know the sensitivities of making a comment like that?
No,
let it happen now.
You see, sensitivity of the issue, I don't know why it's being taken like that. Sensitivity of the issue is, as I just now heard one clipping which before was being played, and I have seen many articles written by many people. That's my personal opinion, that, you know, the case of the Afzal Guru, as it goes, probably it deserves a clemency.
No, sir, you have to take. You got a chief minister.
So why are they not coming out clear with the position?
Sir, you see, you put
that. Why are they not coming out with a clear position?
You put yourself in a situation. Omar Abdullah has put himself in a situation where today you are being challenged. Why aren't you coming out with a position on this?
Mr. Rashid, don't be impatient. You see, the party president, Dr. Farooq Abdullah,
not at all. You have taken 3 odd weeks to make a decision. When you are claiming that we have started this thing, you should have come out with a clear statement. Why are you in confusion?
Please have patience, Mr. Rashid. Have patience. Please kindly listen to me. I would like to tell you, you are one man army. You have to take decision yourself, and that decision you took by introducing the resolution in the assembly. But I would like to tell you that National Conference as such is a party. There are MLAs of the party, there is leadership of the party. These people have to sit and these people have to discuss about the further course of action and resolution.
No, so that's the that's the basic point. Let's broaden the debate. Let's broaden the debate. 1 minute. 1 minute. That's the basic point, and I want to make that point to you, Mr. Ghoni. Mr. Ghoni, let me make that point to you. That, you know, Omar Abdullah is...
army, sir, excuse me, if I have one man's army, they have a general in their army.
Fine. Let me get the others.
Leading their army.
Let me get the others.
He has made a decision and he has made a tweet and they should have followed him.
Let me get the other. The question here is that A, should be a sense of responsibility of a constitutionally elected chief minister to understand that you cannot put out provocative tweets and say, it is my personal opinion, and then have your father in Delhi, Farooq Abdullah, say, you know, these are the views of an individual. He's an elected chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir. He knows the sensitivities of making a comment like that.
I would like to know what is provocative in the tweet of
because tell me, am I okay? I'll tell you. Okay, then allow me, since you asked the question, though I want wanted to go to Meenakshi Lekhi and the others, but let me ask you this. Till Omar Abdullah said this, Mr. Ghoni, give me one example. One person of any standing, one elected, constitutionally elected person, member of parliament or other person who directly linked the two acts, the Rajiv Gandhi assassination and the parliament attack. Give me one person who did it. Did you do it? Did Farooq Abdullah do it?
No.
Did anyone do it?
Nobody else had to do it.
Oh, so he had to.
No. Parnab, listen to me, please. No, nobody else had to do it because Mr. Omar Abdullah is the Chief Minister of the state and is concerned about the fallout which the state may face after in any case that execution happens. You have got one story of execution of Mr. Maqbool Bhatt, which is still like which took us to that point.
Let me get in Meenakshi Lekhi at this stage. Let me get another voice. Sorry.
Please listen.
One minute. Let me get the other participants in. Meenakshi Lekhi, how are you viewing this? You also heard the points of view of Aslam Ghoni.
You want me to comment about what the PDP and NC leaders are saying or the resolution?
Both.
Okay. What I'm trying to point out is that resolution is completely a political process, has got nothing to do with the merits of the case, and are trying to put pressure. Any decision taken under pressure is violative of the Constitution, and a judicial judgment which has been taken on the subject cannot be reversed on the basis of resolution, because Legislative Assembly cannot interfere with the judicial judgment. These are two parallel bodies and have no business to interfere. That is how I'm viewing it. Number two, these people are playing politics and are with supple spines, and they will bend backwards to please the separatist forces only for staying in politics and nothing more than that.
Okay, Shabnam Lone, on both these points, may I get your response? 1 minute, let me get Shabnam Lone in. I'm coming to 1 minute. Mr. Rashid, let me get another voice in. Ms. Shabnam Lone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
My question to you is, an unconstitutional attempt at putting political pressure on what is a purely legal process. That was the first argument put out by Meenakshi Lekhi. I want your response to that.
No, I don't. I just don't agree with that. What unconstitutional pressure? You see, the whole question is of parity. I have got great regard for Ms. Jayalalita, but the question is, when she put up a resolution in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, it was passed. So if it is right for Tamil Nadu Assembly, on what basis can it not be right for the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly? One. Secondly, she is right in one context. The National Conference and the PDP definitely are playing politics. But for once, we, the silent majority of Kashmir, including the separatists and these mainstream parties, find themselves agreeing on one point. I think ultimately the resolution will be passed.
Isn't this the...
Of course, it will have no legal value.
Isn't this the worst form?
I would just like to bring one point.
Isn't this the worst form of populism, Shabnam Lone? The worst form of populism, where you have to stand behind the shoulders of a person who tried to attack the citadel of Indian democracy in order to get a few political brownie points. Isn't this the worst and most dangerous form of populism?
Just a minute, sir. Please.
We are not on the merits of the case, Arnab, but I would just like to point out one very important aspect that has not been taken account of. Let us go on Article 72. The powers of the President to grant presidential reprieve, that is commuting a sentence or granting reprieve. Is the BJP trying to rewrite the Constitution in saying that the President should not or cannot grant clemency to Afzal Guru? This is a discretion of the President under Article 72, and it has been summed up very aptly by a report of the Law Commission dated 1967, Volume 1, in which the parameters have been set out why it is necessary to grant reprieve or to have this power of reprieve for the President on this basis.
No, besides politics. Besides politics.
First of all.
1 minute.
No, kindly listen to me, Arnab. Just give me one point.
Hello?
Because these points are very important. why the power has been granted to the president to grant reprieve.
No, that is
courts are invariably burdened by the
my question is
evidence
on
that is put up before them.
Lone,
and sometimes the evidence is not adequate.
This is all the worst form of populist competitive politics. You know, a number of parties now will then choose, you know, the most provocative way of trying to get a few political brownie points. I think it's quite obvious here. I don't know why you're denying it. Obviously, each political party
is not like that, Mr. Arnab. Please, try to understand one thing, sir. If Assembly passes a resolution, they have a right to do that, and they can give sense of the House. It is not binding on the President.
It's also, sir, it's also about the responsibility of an elected Chief Minister. Let me get in Sanjay Kaul, who hasn't spoken yet. I think, Sanjay Kaul, I'd like you to respond to some of the points you've heard here, especially what Shabnam Lone just said.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a little naive on our part to imagine that Mr. Omar Abdullah was completely unaware of what he was attempting to do. And I'd like to bring in a ring of conspiracy into this whole thing, because you must understand that all the players in this game actually want the same end result. So really this resolution is a decoy resolution. It's an advance party for all the people concerned.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Mr. Rashid is constantly asking the NC to make their position clear. As you can see from the various spokesperson and even the gentleman on the show, they're already arguing basically for the same case. So the question to ask, and I really miss the Congress here, is whether this is entirely being done on behalf of the Congress through the NC as a proxy mechanism. The other questions that are being brought up are, of course, the legal aspects of it are all very valid. But if the point is that you're trying to push the envelope, you're trying to force the case, you're basically trying to say that, we have other reasons for why Mr. Guru must be provided a reprieve. That is the question. Let the law hold. Let it take its own course. Why are you pushing the envelope on this case?
Give me a minute to react, sir.
Go on, Mr. Rashid.
Give me a minute, please.
Go on, Mr. Rashid.
Yeah. One thing is that what crime has Umar done if he has made a tweet? He has done a right thing, but the only problem is that he has not stood by his commitment which he made through the tweet. Number one, and if Assembly passes a resolution, we have every right to make an appeal to the President to give the President the sense of the House. Then it is prerogative of the President if he accepts it or not. So I think it is absolutely constitutional. The Constitution which has provided provision for hanging of a person has kept provision for the clemency.
Mr. Rashid,
when Sanjay Kaul,
Mr. Rashid, isn't it something
like a proxy thing? I don't think it is like that.
No, isn't it
Congress do like that?
No, isn't
it is a question related to the emotions of the people.
Mr. Rashid,
saving somebody's life.
Is it about isn't this obviously about politics? I don't know why you are constantly in a state of denial. All the political parties in Jammu and Kashmir are going to vie over each other to attract the hardline vote. The hardline vote, the separatists, those who want, support the separatists, to support this. Afzal Guru has simply become an emblem of the anti-democratic sentiment that is building up, and you are using this opportunity to bring all those parties which are against Indian democracy and the rule of the Indian state together. And unfortunately, Mr. Omar Abdullah is looking extremely confused in all of this.
If you give me a few seconds, I will. Sir, I want to react. It is very important. Please give me a few seconds. Sir, give me a few seconds.
Sir, you are using.
Sir, please.
You are using, Mr. Rashid. You are using a parliament attack convict. For political purposes.
Give me a chance to reply, sir.
Yes.
You have made your point. Give me a chance to reply, please, sir. When you say that political parties in Kashmir are trying to politicize the issue, it can be right. I cannot deny that. But as far as I am concerned, I am least with that thing. As far as separatists are concerned, the date from I filed the resolution to till date, they have not issued even a single statement in favor of the resolution. Number two, I need not exploit people. I am the one who made people to take oath last year that they will not pelt stones when interlocutors visited my constituency. So I am bound by my conscience.
Mr. Rashid,
I am
Mr. Rashid, my question is...
So whatever I feel right,
Mr. Rashid,
I do that.
My question is...
If somebody is politicizing it, I am least worried with that.